curious about a party, a big party that Moscow Mule mom threw after Eric's death, celebrating a flip of a multi-million-dollar home. She's a realtor. Can you tell me about that, please?
She had been, she was banking on this house. It was going to add an influx of cash. And when she got the house, she threw a huge party, invited lots of people. I mean, just to the nines, everything she could. This is a woman that liked the good life. She always wanted more.
Now, the flip of this home was something that Eric Richins did not want. He didn't want to put the money out there to buy the home for her to then flip it and hopefully make a profit. He was dead set against it. He dies, she does the flip, and throws a big booze-fueled party. How many days after his death, Elaine, was the party?
It was within days.
Okay, I'm sure Troy Slayton would argue that there's no playbook for grief. Another second verse, same as the first. But Greg Skordas, friend of Eric Richins, did you hear about the celebration party complete with champagne and toasting, music, good times? This was within, I believe, the week after Eric died.
Yes, and she's also made a plan, Nancy, to go on a trip with her paramour in the weeks after Eric died. She had already made the arrangements for that. It's important to know that there was a pre-agreement. And in the agreement, he took certain assets out of the estate that he brought in, as most prenuptial agreements are. But the exception to that was if he predeceased her. If he died while they were still married, she would get much, much more of his estate. And that's why she repeatedly told people, and that's why we believe that she caused his death, that he was worth a lot more to her dead than divorced. Yes, she consulted a divorce lawyer, but she learned from other sources that Eric was certainly worth a lot more to her as a widow than she would have been as a divorcee.
Greg Skordas, are you sitting down right now?
Yes.
Good. You may need to lay down because I just went through my notes. The Utah mom accused of killing her husband before writing a book about grief threw a massive party at her brand new $2 million home the day after he died, according to a report. Richins invited friends to a 10-acre property for drinking and celebrating. This was on March 4, just hours after her husband died. And at the party, she toasted the closing on the 22,000 square foot home the day after. Now, I don't know how you're going to argue that, Troy Slayton. The day after, she's throwing a champagne-soaked party for closing the deal her husband objected to with all of her real estate friends? Really?
I don't think that was planned following the death. That was probably an event much in the making, an event that was planned for weeks, if not months beforehand. And yeah, when people pass away, life has to go on. She's figuring that she's going to have to run her business. She's going to have to support her family and her three
you
kids.
got to uncork that
father.
champagne
So,
about 10 hours after your husband keels over. Yeah, understand. I don't understand that at all, because when my fiance was murdered, I couldn't even speak. I couldn't even think. No words could come out. Just crying.
everybody
Just
reacts
crying
differently.
and crying
Like you
and
said,
crying.
there is no
Yeah,
playbook.
okay, I was
for
waiting
grief.
on that. I was waiting on that.